Okay, hi everyone. This is a continuation of our 197 course. Right now we're finishing up the fourth week and we've covered parts of speech and we've gone through different exercises that are dealing with the parts of speech. Words like verbs, nouns, adjectives, uh, adverbs, things along those natures, pronouns, prepositions, conjunctions, interjections. Uh, a couple of things to note here. Prepositions and conjunctions are connecting words, right? Those are the words that you use to connect groups of words in your sentences. So that's one thing that I want you to keep in mind. What I'd like to do today is to go over some of the exercises that we did not get a chance to get to in class. So these can be found in your Successful Writer's Handbook, the pages of which I have on the content folder. But basically, we're looking at the sentence, page 26, and we're going to go up to page 31. So you can get your books out, follow along with me, and we can go from there. Okay, so we covered these, but I want to go over them again. They would be exercise 18.1. One of the things that I would like for you to do is to get some sticky notes and to tab the pages in your books. Particularly, I want you to tab page 24 that deals with subordinate conjunctions, page 25 that deals with the correlative conjunctions, fanboys, and page 23 that deals with a whole box of prepositions. So, with the prepositions, I found an area here. Let me see if I can get to it. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, found an area here that deals with common prepositions. So, again, prepositions join groups of words. So, if I said, I spoke with the man um, about buying his car. I spoke with the gentleman about buying his car, right? I moved my car down the street. I spoke with my mother during dinner. The cat ran outside of the house. So the cat, that's one set, ran, and then I want to connect the house. So I'm going to use the preposition outside. So again, these are words that connect groups of words, prepositions. You also have fanboys, which are coordinating conjunctions. So with these coordinating conjunctions, they're words like and, but, or, yet, for, nor, so. I just refer to them as fanboys. So with these, they're helping you to, again, connect words. Ulysses wants to play for UConn, but he had trouble meeting the academic requirements. So I have one concept, which is a student who wants to play a sport for a university, and I want to add some additional information. He couldn't, though, because of his grades. So again, I'm going to connect these words with coordinating conjunctions. So fanboys help to create compound sentences. So, like you'll notice here with this particular sentence, it's two sentences on each side. I have a subject and a verb, Ulysses wants, and I have another subject and a verb, he has had, right? So I have subject verb combinations. These are compound sentences. So one of the things that all of this basically should help you to do is to get more control over your sentence writing and hopefully help you to write more productive, concise sentences. Okay, so now we're back at the Successful Writer's Handbook. And again, we've gone over these in class, but I just want to go over them again if there was anyone who was unclear. So here, we're picking up with the parts of speech, and they wanted you to identify nouns, pronouns, and verbs. This will help you to eliminate fragments in your writing and incomplete sentences. So the film is the subject, it's a noun. We have a verb, but to be verb was, bore, that's a noun. pronoun I. Slept is a verb. Last half, that's another noun. So to me, this is the first part of really analyzing your sentences. It is being able to just look for one particular parts of speech at a time, the most common being nouns and verbs, right? Why are we looking for nouns and verbs and pronouns as well? Because they're usually the main meat and bread of your sandwiches, of your sentences. So excuse the analogy, meat and bread, but the meat, the essential part that's here would be the film, right? The nouns, they're usually the subjects of your sentences. And the verb is telling what it's doing. So, or state of being in this case. Pronouns as well can function as subjects. So we'll just kind of scroll down here and give you guys a chance to kind of look through these. Okay, give you a chance to kind of look through it and see what is there. So again, trees, they as a pronoun, planted as a verb, are dying, that's another verb, disease is a noun. So again, we went through them. I want to look at 18.2. When we say adjectives and adverbs, adjectives are modifying or giving more detail about a noun. They're usually in front, like here, icy, right? Rain, because maybe perhaps it was August and it was uh, warm rain as compared to cold rain, right? And then glassy patches. You know, at that time of the year, you got ice and snow. So glassy is modifying patches here. So you kind of can see how it's in front. So that's an adjective, glassy. Now, adverbs tell how, where, when. So how, where, when, how often. The children happily played, right? They're modifying, in this case, played. That's how they played. And then you have slippery streets, that's an adjective. No cars, that's an adjective. Wise parents, it's in front of a noun, so parents would be an adjective. 18.3, we begin to get to prepositions. And prepositions allow you to connect words in your sentences. So look at what's being connected. So we are talking about a librarian explaining books about Africa and where are they located. Well, we need to tell where, so we're going to use that preposition on. On the third floor would be a prepositional phrase. If you go back and look in your blue booklets that I've given you with phrases and clauses, you will see the different types of phrases, like prepositional phrases. Um, there's a lot. There's a lot of phrases. We'll get into that more. So then you have here how they are also used as connecting words in 18.4, right? So these were blanks and you filled it in. Just about everyone has heard the story of the Trojan horse. You could have even said about the Trojan horse. This incident happened at the city of Troy and was planned by the Greeks. So again, how are you connecting? The first one is using a preposition. The second one is using what? It would be using a fanboy. So you want to make sure that you are correctly connecting your groups of words, right? The third one, inside a hollow space big enough to hold many men. Inside would be what? A preposition. Now, if you're confused, that's where you can go look in your UIC online handbook. You can even go back to the brown booklet and look up the pages of prepositions, which would be on page 23. So that will help with that. Now what I want to do is just kind of get us to where we are in our course. So we are here, we were on 19.1. We did a lot of these together collectively, but you were looking at subjects and predicates. So subjects are usually nouns or pronouns if we're connecting this back to the parts of speech. So identifying subjects and predicates, what failed, it's always who or what the sentence is about for the subject. What fell, the leaves. So the leaves would be the subject. Over 100 people will buy cider at the roadside stand during the fall, right? So who will buy cider? Over 100 people. What will they buy cider? That's a noun, it's a direct object. Where will they buy it? At a roadside stand. That's a prepositional phrase that functions as an adverbial. When will they buy it? During the fall. So that's an adverb. So it's getting you familiar with how the sentences are set up. So let's look at 19.2. I don't think we got to that. So subjects and predicates. So you're looking horse, right? Has, that would be a verb. And then you could circle the other verb, but today is. So you see here what you have is a compound sentence. The horse has a long history of serving humanity. One thought. But today is mainly a show and sport animal, right? So you're looking at the sentence. I'm sorry. Oh, I take that back. That's wrong. Let me pause this. Okay. So looking at one, a lot of people would think that that is a compound sentence, but notice there's no comma before this but, because it has a compound predicate, which is has and is. If this were going to be a compound sentence, it would need a subject, which would be, but today it, right, is mainly a show and sport animal. But this is just a simple sentence, right, which has a compound predicate, which you can go back and look at our blue booklets for that. And then I'm going to just kind of scroll through here so you can see them. Oddly, the modern horse, right? We have horse as the subject, evolved as a verb. And then we have another verb, became, right? Now notice it's the same setup. There's no comma here. Why? Because it is not a compound sentence. It is a compound predicate. It evolved and became. Notice that the verbs are both in the past tense, right? So again, just identifying subjects and predicates, it helps with your punctuation, right? Let's see. I want to go to sentence parts, and I think I will make that a separate video so these videos won't get too long for you guys to watch and to look at. So I'm going to sign off here, and then we're going to go into the sentence parts in the next video.